Good evening and welcome to Such the Reality. I'm Naina Sareen and you're watching the Reality Rundown. Let's dive into the latest stories making the headlines today. A woman was physically assaulted and then allegedly abducted from the streets of Guwahati on the night of July 25th. The incident was captured on camera. In the video, the woman was seen being hit by women who was part of a group, following which she was forcibly dragged into a car. After abducting the women, the group immediately fled the scene. However, the identity of the women and the abductors still remain unidentified. The reason for the assault is also unknown. Assam's achievement as one of the top 5 fastest growing states in India highlights the success of various developmental initiatives and policies implemented by the state government. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma pointed out the improvement in the state's credit-deposit ratio, which has increased from 32% to 58% as an indicator of economic progress. This significant growth is a testament to the effective governance and strategic efforts aimed at boosting Assam's economy. The inclusion of the Moidams, the burial mound of the Ahom dynasty, in the UNESCO World Heritage List is a significant recognition of the region's cultural heritage. It also marks a milestone as the first cultural property from Northeast India to receive this prestigious designation. This recognition will likely enhance global awareness and appreciation of Assam's rich historical and cultural legacy. The Border Trade and Immigration Center along the India-Bangladesh boundary closed for the last 4 years since the outbreak of COVID-19, reopened formally in Assam's South Salmara district. Mankachar's AIUDF MLA Aminul Islam along with senior district officials were present on the occasion. Islam said the closure of the center had led to great difficulties for students, traders, and even patients coming for medical treatment from the neighboring country to the state. The Ministry of Communication Department of Post, Government of India has officially approved Khasi and Garo languages as options for examination conducted by the department. This development marks a milestone in ensuring local languages are recognized in national recruitment processes. The decision, announced through an official memorandum, follows a proposal put forth by Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma. State-owned SJVN Limited said it has received a letter of intent for allotment of the 2,400 MW pumped storage project worth over Rs 13,947 crore on a nomination basis by the Mizoram government. In this regard, a memorandum of understanding will be signed within 3 months between SJVN and the Mizoram government as per the letter of intent. The company has received the letter of intent from the Mizoram government for allotment of the Darjeeling pumped storage project through the MOU route on a nomination basis, according to a statement. Jaslal Pradhan, a legendary boxer from Sikkim and an Arjuna awardee, has been appointed as the observer for the Indian boxing team at the Paris Olympics 2024. Pradhan, a veteran of the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, will depart from India on July 30th to oversee the team's performance in the boxing tournament. With his extensive experience and contributions to Indian boxing and also his decades of involvement in the sport, Pradhan brings a wealth of knowledge and insight that will be invaluable to the Indian boxers competing in Paris. I am honored to be given this responsibility and I'm confident that our boxers have a strong chance of winning a medal at the Paris Olympics, says Pradhan. Deputy Leader of the Congress in the Lok Sabha, Gaurav Gogoi, submitted an adjournment motion notice urging immediate action on the delay in conducting the national census. Gogoi said that the last census was conducted in 2011, and despite repeated assurances from the government, there has been an inexplicable delay in initiating the next census. Gogoi urged the government to prioritize the census and announce a clear timeline for its completion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the Kargil War Memorial in Dras, Ladakh and paid tribute to the heroes of the Kargil War on the occasion of the 25th Kargil Vijay Divas. Prime Minister Modi placed a floral wreath at the Dras War Memorial in honor of the officers and soldiers who sacrificed their lives for the nation. On July 26, 1999, the Indian Army declared the successful end of Operation Vijay, marking victory after the long battle in the icy terrains of Kargil, Ladakh. This day is celebrated as Kargil Vijay Divas to remember India's triumph over Pakistan in the conflict. The Embassy of India in Manila has unveiled new measures to streamline medical travel for Filipino nationals and foreign residents seeking urgent treatment in India. An advisory issued by the embassy outlines special provisions for individuals requiring critical care, including those with life-threatening diseases, congenital illness, and those needing organ transplants or oncology treatments. Pediatrics cases are also included in this initiative. Interested parties are encouraged to contact the embassy's consular wing located in Bonifacio Global City, either in person or via email and telephone. Language support is available in English, Hindi, and Tagalog through an interactive voice response system. Thank you. For more updates, keep watching Sach The Reality.